Hey, so I just wanted to make another video about manifesting a text from my ex because it just happened again. It happened in the exact same time frame. It was using the exact same mental scene, and it was exactly the same type of text. So apparently I have this down, and I just wanted to talk about what I did in case anybody cares. If you just really want to get a text from somebody that doesn't really say anything, then this is the way to do it. So what I did was, Sunday night I was alone. Steve had left, and my ex, who I talked to all the time on the phone, was spending some time with his girlfriend. So I was alone, nobody was bothering me at all. So I was laying around, I was thinking about stuff, that's important, I'm not just blabbing. I think a part of this was that I was in a particular mental state. I was uninterrupted, and everything in my life was kind of okay also. I was just kind of thinking about stuff, and I was thinking about my ex, who was the subject of all of my specific person imaginal acts and everything else earlier this year, because he was the only one who could make me feel anything in these imaginal scenes. The way I manifest things, including this text, the way I seem to influence things to happen does not involve any emotional stuff. When I found Neville, it was different to me than the way I've done everything else. And so I was like, oh, maybe I didn't know what I was doing this whole time. And so I did a lot, I did State Akin to Sleep, picking a scene and really feeling it and really being there. I don't know if that's going to end up playing out in real life. The scene that I wanted would take some time to come to fruition. So I don't know, the jury's out on that. Now I have another boyfriend kind of, so I don't really know what's gonna happen there. But this guy, I was saying that because I wasn't desperately lusting after this ex of mine. It wasn't, I'm not sure how else to put it. He was my most recent person, and I really loved him, and the relationship just didn't work for me. I wasn't getting what I wanted from it, and I had a lot of work to do on myself, so I exited it. And I missed him a lot when I started reading about Neville. And so, I was doing the 4D imaginal stuff, and he was the one that made all the emotions come alive. Anyway, the other night I was thinking about that whole thing, how I put in all that effort, how, it was bugging me because I love Steve, and I think we're really good together, actually. And I've kind of always thought that. And now we have this relationship, and I don't know where it's going. And I often return in my mind to this other specific person, and I kind of wonder what's going to happen to that. Was that just not my way of manifesting? Is that just a dead issue now that I'm kind of with somebody else? So I was thinking about that when I thought about the fact that I had manifested a text from him, because I think I was thinking the other night, man, I wish he'd given me some reason to think that I should continue to care, or, and I thought, well, I was able to get him to text me. I wonder if that was just a fluke. And so I did the exact same thing I did last time, which is imagine myself having a conversation with my business partner, Gene, who was also my ex, telling him, yeah, so-and-so texted me today, and I intended for that to happen. That was it. I was just in my own voice, in my head, hearing myself basically in the dark, it's a phone conversation saying, yeah, so-and-so texted me today. And then, I kind of purposely remembered while I'm thinking about this to intend for that to actually happen. I'm not just thinking about it, make this happen. It's just kind of this impulse, reality transurfing. I think there's an example in there about, what's the difference between thinking about raising your arm, which you can do, think about it, now raise it. It's that thing between your thought and the actual raising of the arm. It's the split second, do it. I'm not sure I can explain it any other way, but I can sort of bing that feeling onto a scene, and apparently it happens. Because I just got a text from this person. This was Sunday night. It's Tuesday afternoon. I just got a text from this person an hour and a half ago. So, yeah. And it basically said the same thing, which was just like, hey, how you doing? How you holding up? Like, there's no, nothing romantic, no sign of any interest, which I didn't intend for, honestly, because I think I'm still having a hard time believing that this ex of mine ever gave a shit about me. In fact, I was just having a conversation this morning with my business partner ex, and we were talking about some stuff, and I was just like, you know what? He never gave a fuck about me. Like, that's, I think, how I still think of that situation. And you know what? I know even saying that it's not true. I don't know why I still feel that way about it. When, if I look at it rationally, I know he did care about me. So I don't know. I guess the next step would be manifesting him saying something romantic or anything that isn't just like, hey, how you doing? And I don't really know that I want to do that. That I feel like would be kind of just like trying to prove something to myself, since I already have a hot man who is an amazing cook and who rubs my ears like I'm a puppy dog, and I love him. So I don't know what I want to do with that. I don't really know if Steve and I are going to become a thing or not, like an official long-term thing. So all I know is that everything is playing out, I'm sure, behind the scenes, and I manifested a text from an ex, and that's how I did it. And it's exactly how I did it last time too. Exactly. And it took 36 hours both times. So go forth and manifest.